Hello, everybody. We went over K3B, which is like an all-in-one, can do everything to disk kind of application. But if you just have the simple need of you want to take a video file and put it to a DeVeDe ISO file, there's a beautiful application to do it, and it is available on other platforms, including Windows. Again, if you have Culfer installed, all you got to do is open up Culfer and go DeVeDe. That's the name of the application, DeVeDe, DeVeDe. Hit install. If you recently typed your password, it's not going to prompt you for it. If you do not have Culfer installed, if you simply go to your Synaptic Package Manager or your Ubuntu Software Center and just type in DeVeDe, you will get this application. This is a very single-purpose application, and I will say it seems like the better applications in the Linux world are single-task focused. It was an old ideology brought forth from the Unix world of, we make this application does one thing, and it does it very well. DeVeDe is that application. I will say, transcoding video in any shape, way, or form is a demanding task on virtually any computer. New, old, single core, dual core, quad core. It is a task. So let's go ahead and hit Control and space on our Culfer and DeVeDe, and it pops up. It is available in the sound and video part of the menu. Go ahead and hit enter, and the interface is very task focused. Create a video DVD, a video CD, which is really nothing more than a CD where you can fit up to a half an hour's worth of video. If all you want to do is take a little 10-20 minute video and put it on a disc, most players can play that disc, and it's cheaper than a DVD, so keep that in mind. Super video CD. The video created, I believe, is 10 minutes or less, but it is a enhanced definition. It's very close to high definition, and it's on, again, a CD. China video disc, I've never experienced. I can only assume it's very comparable to the Super Video CD. And then there's DivX MPEG-4, creates a file set that are compliant with most DVD players that can play DivX. We're going to select Video DVD. This application, really only there's a couple things you have to be aware of. Title, you have to have at least one title frame. If you go into the properties, you can basically set a very few choices, which is the title name and play the first title, previous title, play the title again, play the next, play last. You can add to it or take away from it. The files, it's very easy. You simply click add. You go through your file system. You find the files that you want. For instance, we're going to rename this .avi. And if we go to the desktop, there's AVI. And it's not going to let me add it because it's not real. And basically, you have to make sure, if you are in America, you pick NTSC as the video format. If you are in Europe, you have to pick PAL. Our DVD players in America play the NTSC format, which is like 29.5 frames a second, and it's slightly different with the PAL format. Once you go ahead and select the file, you go ahead and hit OK. You'll notice this progress meter will fill up in accordance to how big of a file you add. By default, it is a single layer DVD. This, of course, is changeable depending on what format you have. If you actually have dual layer DVDs, you can fit up to 8.5 gigabytes worth of transcoded video onto that file. Again, you want to make sure that your default format is set to wherever that you're at. I don't change any other option in this. The menu option is a preview menu, because all I wanted is a menu where I boot the disk, I hit enter, and it plays my movie. Once you do that, you have to hit forward. This process can take upwards of 6 hours, dependent on the original nature of the video and how big of a video it is. Transcoding video basically means no matter what you start with, it has to end up with, in our case, 29.9 frames a second of MPEG-4 video. So it has to go through frame by frame by frame and readjust, reformulate the whole video into this brand new format. I highly encourage you, if you do this, you hit forward and then you walk away, you go to work, you go take care of other things around the house, and when the process is done, you will be presented with a .iso file. The beautiful thing about an ISO file in Ubuntu is you need nothing else. You simply right click on an ISO file and say write to disk. An ISO is an ISO is an ISO. If it's a CD, a DVD, or a Blu-ray, an image of that disk is still an ISO file. The burning process should be 100% identical. I've had no issues burning any kind of disk I've ever burnt. I think DeVeDe is one of those applications you might not need all the time, you might not need right away, but sooner or later you're going to have a video and you're going to stop and say to yourself, I want to watch this on my TV, and I don't want to have to connect it to my TV. I don't want to have to connect my computer to the TV. DeVeDe is a great application, very streamlined, very simple to use. I'm a personal fan of it. We're going to move on to the next video.